Thank you for joining us today on the Marcellus Connection Business Spotlight. Today we have Dennis Wilke from Rosedale Technical Institute. Dennis, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Our pleasure, Dennis. So, Dennis, why don't you go ahead and take a little bit of time to tell us about Rosedale Technical Institute and how the Marcellus and Utica shale industry has impacted you?
Okay. Rosedale Tech has been around for over 60 years. We in the Pittsburgh area, we've been training technicians, usually in the automotive field, automotive mechanics, since 1949. Lately, over the past 10 years or so, we've branched out into some other programs, diesel mechanics and electricians. We're just starting an HVAC program also. The Marcellus shale industry is really impacting several of our programs, especially the diesel mechanic program. Diesel mechanics is it's really a field that is in great demand by the Marcellus shale industry.
One of the things that we've seen are jobs that have been created all over PA, different numbers, anywhere from 20,000 jobs to 24,000 jobs to 30,000 jobs that have been created as a direct result of the Marcellus shale industry. Now, some of the jobs that we've seen have actually been those fields, whether it have been electrical repairmen or the industrial diesel repair. Now, those average salaries can go anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000. Is that something that you've seen as well?
It's really exciting. The energy industry is exploding in Western Pennsylvania, and Rosedale is really at the center of that. The jobs that we train students for, they fit right into the Marcellus shale industry. These types of jobs, such as industrial mechanics or electricians, can earn $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. You get those high wages because it's hard work. There's long hours, and usually a lot of these jobs come with a week on and a week off, and it's heavy, intensive work. But the money is there for your students that want to take on that responsibility and really go after a job in an industry that's really growing. It's nice to see that kind of growth in this kind of economy that we're in right now.
So, Dennis, with the increased demand for these highly skilled jobs that are coming about in Western PA with the Marcellus shale drilling, what are some of the struggles and some of the things that are going on from some of these companies that are trying to find workers in this area?
We hear from companies every day that they can't find the number of qualified technicians that they're looking for. They've been bringing some technicians in from out of state, but they want to hire Western Pennsylvania employees, and they're looking for people that have the training they need to fill these jobs. The training that includes technical education and also something as basic as a commercial driver's license is very important for these types of jobs, and that's why we are expanding our programs at Rosedale. We just added a second building to expand our diesel mechanics program, and at the same time, we're going to be starting a commercial driver's license program earlier next spring.
Oh, that's great news. So, now, as a student completes their training program at Rosedale Technical Institute, what can they expect or what can they find when they actually enter the job market?
That's a great question. At Rosedale Tech, the job training starts from day one. The programs at Rosedale are geared towards training people to fit into the workplace, not just with skill training, but also just being a good employee. We simulate a work environment every single day at school. So from day one, these students are getting prepared to enter the workforce. It's involved in how we train. We do hands-on training. The students work on real live projects. We aren't sitting them in a cubicle and playing with a simulator. We're doing real work on real trucks or a real electrical project. So that's how it starts. And then we kick into high gear as they get towards graduation. We have a job placement program that includes anything from practicing your interviewing skills, helping you create a resume, but also pairing you up and having you meet with individual employers on a one-on-one basis or in a group scenario. We have career fairs where we bring in 30 to 40 companies that are looking to hire all together at one time in one room. We sometimes have students hired on the spot during those career fairs. We have those all the time. And really, your education isn't complete without helping you get that first job in the industry, and that's what we're all about. That's what we're here for.
According to some of the industry studies out there, the gas wells that we have in Pennsylvania are not 3 to 5 year producing gas wells, but more likely to be 10 to 15 year producing gas wells. That absolutely will be bringing more people, more families, and more tax base into this area. Some of the things that we've seen so far are the increase in electrical contracting jobs and the increase in industrial repair jobs as well. Now, since we talk about other types of jobs that are created, secondary and tertiary jobs, how does that fit into what Rosedale Tech's going to be doing in the next 5 and 10 years?
Well, that's a great question. The growth is really just beginning. These gas wells, as you said, they have a life cycle that could stretch as far as 20 years, and we've just started drilling recently. So this, what we're talking about here, the opportunities are, it's really beyond what you can think of right now. It's going to go for years and years and years, and it's really transforming the job prospects for our region, not only in the direct jobs of setting up the wells and getting the wells going with the trucks and the water and the sand, but it's also the secondary level jobs. And these are jobs such as we're going to have to be building water treatment plants, building office space for the companies moving in associated with this industry. And then you get to the third level opportunities, which is the folks working in this business. They're going to be buying houses. They're going to be then having disposable income to go to restaurants, to go to movies. We're just scratching the surface, and it's already a great opportunity, as you mentioned earlier, 20 to 25,000 new jobs in this region, and that's just the beginning. It's really exciting. It fits exactly right in with the Rosedale Tech philosophy. What we try to do is create as many job opportunities as possible for our graduates. We're not training for just one specific job for one specific company. We're giving our students a base of knowledge that they can take and use that in any of these types of opportunities. And really, it's a skill they'll have for the rest of their lives, and they'll be able to use that skill in this area for 20 to 30, 40 years to come.
Well, that's great, Dennis. So also, if we're looking at the Marcellus Shale industry right now, we also have the Utica Shale industry, which is over in Ohio, and there are other shale formations all across the United States. So really, even if you're looking at a program that's maybe 5 to 10 to 15 years now, the potential to move or to go anywhere else if you'd like to would also be great as well.
Yeah, the technology doesn't stop. The exploration, the invention, it rolls on. And now that it's very obvious what kinds of benefits are out there for companies that invest in this technology, we expect the innovation to continue. We've already gone from the Marcellus Shale opportunity to now below that, the Utica opportunity. We believe that there's going to be other innovations coming which will generate additional opportunities in the energy sector.
So Dennis, what's the best way for someone to contact Rosedale Technical Institute to find out more information?
Well, you can call us directly at 1-800-521-6262 or learn more about our programs at rosedaletech.org. We'd love to hear from you.
Well, Dennis, thank you very much for joining us today on the Marcellus Connection Business Spotlight. If you have any other questions or would like to read more, please visit us at www.marcellusconnection.com. Thank you for joining us.